Hi, I'm Orman Beckles, and we're on Chapter 2 of How to Build a YouTube channel. Now, I had to do this one out of order, and the reason for that is that I told you we've got to get our brand, develop our brand, put up a video, and then get our 10,000 views so that we can start to monetize. So you had that part, however, you may not know how to do your videos. So I'm going to show you the video part now, and in part 3 we're going to talk about where we got how we got to that point, because at this point, as you can see, I already have a video up and we're starting to collect views on that, so I want to talk about that. However, I want to talk about how we're going to do our videos, because obviously if you do decide what you're going to do and you do decide on your brand and you do get your logo, you're now ready to create a video. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things. The first thing, and probably one of the most important things about YouTube and monetization and doing stuff on the internet, is you cannot break copyright laws. If you do use something that belongs to somebody else, you will get what's called a copyright strike from YouTube. You are allowed 3 of those, and then they will shut your channel down. So you want to avoid that, obviously, at all costs. So I wanted to talk about that before you even put up your first video. So basically, you can't use anything that you would probably want to use. So by that I mean, you can't use music from, Justin Bieber or whatever. You can't use stuff that's already out there. Now, there's a couple of different things that YouTube tries to do to try and help you with that, and I'm going to go over that right now. So once you have your account and once you go into Creator Studio, we're now going to go over to where it says Create, and they have a music library. Any of this music that you use, you are all set on, okay? So they have some stuff in here that you can use. Let's just take a look and see, whatever it is. You can use this, so you can use this. Now, as you probably guessed, this is probably not the best stuff in the world, but you can use it without there being any issues. Let's see if do I have any sound up? I don't even have any sound up on this point. Okay, you get the idea. So they have a bunch of music that you can use. So you want to come over and check it out. They also have some sound effects. Door buzzers, all kinds of stuff like that, wet tire track. You can use this stuff without there being any kind of an issue. Let me just switch to the desktop version, because I think that's where we're running into an issue. Okay. So in any event, so there's a couple of different pieces that you have here. Now, it looks like they've already removed. They had some ad-supported music at one point. It looks, oh, okay, so I'm sorry. So you have your audio library that's going to give you music that you can use. You have your sound effects library, and you can use that. And again, there's not all that much in there. Then it has the music policy. Now, the music policy will let you figure out what you can do with certain music. So, for example, if we use this, it says that if we were to use this song in our video, it would be viewable worldwide, and we can't monetize it, but they will. So if we use Gangnam Style in our music video, we cannot monetize it. It will be viewable worldwide. There will be ads, but they're not ads from us. They're ads that go into their pocket. Okay? So, and you can check out other songs. So let's just see. I'm just picking some stuff that I already know. So for example, some of these, they'll tell you you can't even use it, period. They're not going to allow you to use it for you. If you do it, you will get, it'll tell you things like they'll mute your sound. If they catch you using this song, they'll mute it, and or they could take it offline completely. So basically, you can't use anything that is famous or anything that's from anyone else. All right. So not only does that go for music, but that's also going to go for sound effects, pictures, and anything you want to use in a background video. So unless you video capture it yourself. And even then you might have some issues. So you have to be a little careful. You know, you can't go down in front of XYZ and take a video and then take it and put it on. So you have to be a little bit careful. You're pretty safe on that, but just keep in mind, you don't want to make it seem like anybody's endorsing you because they may have an issue. So how do we get around this? How do we create our own content without and make sure at the same time that we don't have any issues? Well, there's a couple of different things that we can do. The first thing is we can go to archive. We're going to go to archive.org. Archive.org has free public domain stuff that either the copyright is run out or the copyright is no longer enforceable or whatever the heck happens to be. It's out there. So basically anything you find on here is okay. And now I've actually found some covers of some music that I like, but because it's not the original artist and because they've done blah, 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 blah. So if I find it here, I'm pretty much all set. All right. So that's the first place that we can go to. The next one that you can go to is VideoBlocks, which now is called Storyblocks. VideoBlocks has 3 websites. They have VideoBlocks, Storyblocks, and they have AudioBlocks. All 3 of these have royalty-free pieces that you can use. So for example, here we are on Storyblocks, and Storyblocks is going to give us royalty-free video footage that we can use in the background or use it in the foreground or however we want to do it. So down below, I'll leave you a link. There's a 7-day free trial, and then I think they have a couple of different plans. What probably most of you, or would be fine for most of you, is try the 7-day. And by the way, anything you download in the 7 days, you can use after the 7 days, and you're still covered by that. So you want to check it out, and you've got a little small project you want to make sure, that's fine. Obviously, they would prefer if you join the service. However, you are eligible to keep whatever you download during that time. Then they have a membership content. So the membership content there's a whole series of things. So for example, if I type in New York City and ask it what's it got, it will give me all of the videos that it has, all of these videos. I can use any of these videos. They're all royalty free. I can use them in monetized videos. There's no problem. They actually give you a license. You actually download that, and it's a PDF. So if somebody does say, hey, you violated my copyright, you can go, no, see, I got it from here. We're all set. And I think they even have some goofy policy where they'll back you up to $100,000 or something. In any event, they only do that because they know they're all set. So in any event, so there's membership content, and then there's additional content. So if I unclick membership content, not only will I get this content, and that little symbol there says, so for example, this particular skyline, that's not under the membership content. So if I went and decided I wanted this particular one for whatever bizarro reason, I would have to pay $49 for this particular one. So I think you all know what I do, which is I don't turn off that little checkbox. I leave it on membership content, and now anything that's here I can just click on and download. Ooh, that's a nice one. I kind of like that. And they download it in 2 different formats. They download it in MOV or MP4. MP4 is usually fine, and you can see the difference in size. They do have an ability for you to download it to your Dropbox box. However, there's an additional charge to do that, so I don't really care about that. So this is a 1080. So all I do is just decide that I want that. I go ahead and I click on download, and it goes ahead and it downloads that for me. Okay, so that's what we can use for any video. Actually, I didn't even play it for you. I'm sorry. And even if you don't join VideoBlocks, you can download this preview, which is obviously watermarked with VideoBlocks. So if you want to just see if this is going to work for you first, you can do that. Okay. So we've got our, oh, you know what I did? I'm downloading the Humongo version. I don't need the Humongous version. The 24. I wondered why that was taking so long. All right, that's fine. And we'll hide that, and we'll come back over here, and we'll use that again in a few minutes. All right, so you have footage, you have backgrounds, and you have After Effects for those of you who use After Effects. So again, I've got a link down the bottom for you to use that. You can see we have these cool backgrounds. Story blocks, the video section, the image section is the same thing, only with still images. And that's going to come up a lot. You're going to want to have something that says, you know, woman on computer. Woman on computer. Smiling? I don't want her smiling. Wow, she seems very relaxed. She's extremely, I guess it's not one. So here she's not so excited, and here she is. All right, in any event, you get the idea. So again, these are all royalty free. If I use these, I can use these in my videos. I can use these in not just my videos, but my packages, my thumbnails. We're going to talk about doing video thumbnails. Thumbnails for your videos. So I have everything I need right here. They have photos, they have vector drawings, they have illustrations, etc., etc. And then the last one, obviously, is the audio blocks, and that is the same as the video blocks and the story blocks, and that has to do with audio. And again, I can click on one. And there's a lot more music here, obviously, than what YouTube gives us. And it's, well, I like that one. So I'm gonna come over here. And again, same deal. Just double click. MP3. And we're getting that file already. That file is already here. Okay. All right. Stop. All right. So audio blocks, video blocks, story blocks. All right. And Internet Archive. Stay with those. You won't have any problem. Because if you do get a copyright strike from using any of this stuff, audio blocks, studio blocks, image block, they'll back you up. They'll give you a little thing that you send to YouTube, and that's fine. So that's no problem. And so just do this, because again, when you get those copyright strikes, it's really tough to get those off. And if you get 3 of them, they will shut down your channel. And we don't want to have that happen. All right, so that covers that piece. Now I'm going to very briefly cover 2 video editing packages. And the reason for that is that I want to actually go in depth, but I'm not going to go in depth on this one, on this channel. So I'm going to go in depth on my other channel. So when you want to actually see a 45-minute video on KineMaster, you're going to go over to my other channel. And this is, again, one of our techniques of getting traffic. So I'm going to tell you where to get this video, and then you can jump over to the other channel. That'll increase the views over there. And then I'm going to mention this video on my other channel, and that will get people going back and forth. So KineMaster is like one of my most favorite programs on my phone. KineMaster on, I just want to try to do these in real time. Sorry, Google Play Store. I've been using it since it first came out, and let's just pull it right up here. I just want to see what they're doing. So this program is available for both Apple and Android, so that's good. And they used to have like a free version that you did. In fact, they still do have a free version. I shouldn't say that. They have a free version that does a little bit. But if you want to get all the bells and whistles, you have to go with the Pro version. And what they used to do is you used to pay one price and you got it forever. But then they realized it was such a great program that once people bought it, they weren't coming, there was nothing left for them to do. So in any event, they have now changed it to a subscription-based service, which is $39 a year. Not a big deal. When we take a look and see what this program can do, you'll say, okay, that's fine. So every year you pay $39. However, every year they do keep adding things to this program, so it's well worth it. I mean, that $39 for the entire year is awesome, awesome. So I'm going to use it. Obviously, I can use it on my phone in its regular format, and by that I mean, so if I had my phone, if we're using my phone, I'd be in some kind of a window, you know. I can't even make it a small. All right, so I'd have a something similar to this, and you can use it this way. So I do actually record my video, and then, you know, maybe while I'm sitting around at the coffee shop or what have you, I do go ahead and start working on my video right then and there in this format. What I really like about my S8, which if you watch my other videos, you know what I really like about my S8 and my Samsung DeX is that I can put my phone in the DeX dock and I can then get a bada boom, bada bing, full screen window, full large. I got a 24-inch monitor here, so it's a lot easier to edit video, but you can do it the other way, all right? And again, with KineMaster, you can do, if you have an Android and you have an S8 and blah, 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 you can do both. It also does work on tablets and iPads. So again, if you can start working on it in, you know, on a smaller form factor and then go to the larger form factor. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone for right now. So what can we do with KineMaster? Again, this is gonna be the quickest version of this that you ever saw. If you want to see a long, in-depth one, you want to visit my other channel, I'll put a link for that right now, and you can watch a long version. So they have two modes that they can work with. One is called Project Assistant, and Project Assistant is basically, it does all the work for you. So I can say test project 1. So we're going to just do a test project 1. Then it says, give me, you know, what media are we using? What, you know, give me the pictures and the things that go along with it. So I'm going to just go, I have a, let's take that. Yeah, I know that's got a problem with that. That's got a problem with the way they're encoding it. Let's go back to Movie Studio. Let's go to Actors. Let's go to that. We'll add that little, that's a video. I mean, sorry, that's a picture. Okay, so we pick some stuff. We say next, then it says, you know, what's it for? I'm going to take this little one here. They have some additional ones. I hardly ever use this mode. Opening, middle, and end. So we'll say this is open, this is middle, this is end. It asks you what music you want to add. Now, it's actually funny because well, it's not funny. They give you some music. If you go into the music that they give you, some of it's actually really good. And then I went and I checked and I said, is it for commercial use? Meaning, can I use it in a monetized video? And the answer was, heck no. So if you were to use the music that comes with it, you could end up getting yourself in trouble. So again, I just go right to my Audio Block stuff. Everything I have from Audio Blocks is fine. I don't have to check on it. So I'm just going to go ahead. You can listen to preview it in here. I don't even know which one that is, but we'll just go ahead and add that. Did I add it? Yeah, I added it. Okay. We'll say next. And then it takes everything and puts it all together. And now we have, and it's put cuts in between so we can actually play it. All right, so you get the idea. So you can see we didn't have to do that much, and it'll end it up for us. Okay, so again, you can just, if you have all your different pieces, and you can just go ahead and just use this particular mode, and you can still edit this mode as well. So that's quick, easy stuff. Let's take a look at the second mode. The second mode, which is just basically empty project, and at that point you do whatever it is you want to do. So, for example, I can go in, I can load my little media here. I'll just take that again. And we'll go back. We'll go back. We'll say okay, all right. And now I have the ability to, so I can move it back and forth, I can cut it, I can copy it, I can paste it, I can move pieces around. Again, you want to take a look at the video that goes in depth. You can overlay text. You can, so if you want to have it say something, you go to overlay text. This is text overlay, bada boom, bada bing, bada boop. You can decide how that should actually work. Let's just say spin. There we go, spin in, and that's how it's going to come in. And then I'll click on it, and it says, I'll say for the output, let's just say fade out, and it will fade that out, and we can just do that. Okay. Same deal. If you want to add your audio, you can go ahead and click on audio. It'll actually even let you record. So if you need to do a voiceover, you can do a voiceover. If you want to add audio from your library, you can go ahead and do that. Let's go to folders. Let's go to audio blocks. Again, I don't have to worry about what we're doing here because we've got audio blocks. So let's go ahead and hit that. Okay. If I want to cut something, I can click where my unit is. I can go to the scissors. I can split it at the playhead. I can click in between. Again, I'm going through this super fast. I just want you to see how many different things you can do. We can do a 3D transition with a bouncy box. And let's go ahead and play that. Okay, all right, $40 a year, come on. The other thing that we can do, which is very, very nice, is we're going to actually add a layer. It does what's called chroma key or green screen. And if you know what that is, then you know how hard that normally is to do. So now we have our green screen piece. So actually that's my little home studio here. Let's just take a quick look so you can see it. Okay. So what's so fantastic about this? Let's come back up here because we don't have enough background. We don't have enough bleed through. So let me go through. Let me just add this a bunch of times. So we have, let's see, I'm gonna add that, yes. I'm gonna add it again, yes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and as you can see on my different layers, goober. All right, so I'm sitting here. I got my green screen. I have a link for this down there as well. So I came with my lights and my green screen. And basically, let's just actually go through this first. We'll do it real quick. Okay, so you can see what I've done. I'm just sitting on my couch that I've covered with a green cloth. All right, so how does this work? So we're going to click on this, and we're going to go over to where it says chroma key, and we're going to say enable, and we're going to say that the color of our green screen is, well, green, folks, and make a couple little adjustments. And now let's finish playing our video and see what we got. Okay, and you can modify that. There's a little bit of bleed through there. You can see what's coming through me there just a little bit. That's what these two controls are for. So I can actually make it nice and bright this way, and maybe just pull it back. I need to pull that back just a little bit there, come on. Okay, green screen, I'm gonna do a whole thing on green screen. On green screen, you need to make sure that you have really, really good lighting, because that green really has to be lit very well. Okay, let's go ahead and go back through that. So you get the idea, okay? Again, quick stuff. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's because it's starting from there. Okay. Okay. So you can actually see it playing on the floor in the corner because the green screen is still on the... So you get the idea. So again, KineMaster, hands down, does it all, all right? So you're gonna be able to do your titles, you can do crawls, you can do what they call Ken Burns effect, where you can move the pictures back and forth, you can layer pieces over it, you can put on stickers, you can have all kinds of things pop up. So you wanna check out the video that goes in depth on all of that. Now, if you don't go this way, if for some reason you say, hey, I want to be able to sit at a desktop and do this, then I suggest you take a look at WeVideo. And WeVideo is just like KineMaster, it's just that it's all web-based. Now, what's actually good about this, I mean, obviously I love KineMaster. One of the things that's good about WeVideo is they give you 2 licenses, and that means that you can actually, 2 people can be on it at the same time. And because it's cloud-based, that means you can work on some stuff, then leave it in the cloud, and if somebody's helping you, they can log in and they can work on the video, and then you can log in and blah, 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 blah. So you get the idea. And I think WeVideo, I have to look at it, I'll put it down on the bottom of the screen. That wasn't that much. It was either 50 or 100 a year for this as well. Or for unlimited storage and unlimited editing. So again, really nice video. It also does the chroma key. You probably see this here now. So we're just doing a little bit of the chroma key. Where is it? You can see the chroma key. So you can actually do the chroma key. You can do picture to picture. Now, let me, actually, that's actually a good point. So let's kind of pull that out for a second. So this is an animated backdrop from VideoBlocks, and it's supposed to be a nice studio, and that's exactly how I can use it. So if you shoot with a green screen in your house and pretend that you're standing in the, let's see if we can just move this down just a little bit. Let's just take and move this over right there. There we go. Hello and welcome. Oh, there we go. We don't need the volume on this one. All right, let's kill the volume for that one. But you get the idea. So now you can do your own. That's a wonderful studio. And VideoBlocks has a bunch of studio backdrops. So you can use those as the backdrop. So you can sit with your green screen and then go back and make it look like you're in a gajillion-dollar studio. So both WeVideo and KineMaster support chrome key or green screen effect. So again, the advantages of this is that it's cloud-based. Only reason I do use this a lot, I actually obviously have an account for both. When I'm collaborating with somebody, it's much easier for them to be able to just go to their machine and log on, whereas KineMaster, everything's pretty much on my phone. So there's a couple of ways around that, but pretty much everything's on my phone. So basically the only one who can work on it is me. All right, so hopefully you got a good understanding about copyright strikes. Be careful about using stuff that doesn't belong to you. That I've given you 3 resources for pictures, for video, and for music, as well as showed you where it is in YouTube. Like I said, there's 10 tracks, which everybody uses. But again, if that's what you want to use, that's fine. I also showed you the Internet Archive. So there's a place there to go and get some free stuff. There's a lot of weird things that are not covered by, they're in the public domain now. It might be a movie. It doesn't have to be that old. It could have been a movie that was in the 80s that somebody just didn't feel like filling out the copyright form, and you can use parts of that, and who cares? So this is your editing. I'm gonna do one. You should probably check out the Creative Studio on how to actually do videos as far as storyboarding and script writing and all that stuff. I'm not gonna cover all that. I'm gonna tell you where it is, which is the Creative Studio. There's a link for that right now. So you can go ahead and take a look at those pieces. So that's it for now. As far as shooting your original video, I've already said just use your phone. Most phones have 1080 HD, and most phones now even have 4K video. So just shoot the video with your phone. We'll take a look at some rigs. So now I'm assuming that you shot at least 1 or 2 videos. Remember, we said that was what was important, because we've got to get those up on YouTube. We want them to be good. We also know that they're going to get better over time. However, we got to get to 10,000 views as quickly as possible so that we can then monetize the site. All right, so that's it for chapter 2. In chapter 3, we'll sort of put these two pieces together. So we have the idea we had in chapter 1. I'm telling you how to edit a video in chapter 2. So in chapter 3, we're going to actually upload our video and get started on our 10,000 views. That's it for right now. This is Norman Beckles. Again, thank you for being on the How to Build a YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you soon.